Hey guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Mark Talk with your host, me, Mark Levy. I am so excited to be back here today with you guys because today we're gonna have fun. Today, as you see in the ticker, today is interview day, and we have someone that I am obsessed with. We're gonna bring her in shortly. I want to talk about a little bit of the fun that we had recently with the show. It went really well on Monday. A lot of people seem to enjoy it, which that makes me very, very, very happy. And, we're going to keep doing this. Friday's going to be a really fun one. We'll talk about that towards the end of today. As I've always said, this is going to always be about 15 to 30 minutes, and it's just going to be fun. So, if you like what you like, you're going to give me a thumbs up on the, right below here, right about here-ish. Yeah. And you really like to see, you're going to subscribe up there. Wow. It's really funny how StreamYard is backwards. It doesn't matter. You know where the subscribe button is. It means a lot to me, and I'm trying so hard to keep this show going and keeping it great. And I am so honored. This person is someone that I met 2 months ago who has made my life just awesome. She is an A-plus human being. One of the good people out there. She's an amazing musician. We actually have an exclusive today, which I am so unbelievably excited about. Yes, Brian is correct. It is below. Actually, has subscribe and like. Please do. This is, we're trying to get a little following here. This is how it happens. If we're gonna do this daily-ish, then we gotta have people to watch daily-ish, right? It doesn't matter. Back to the intro for this amazing guest we have. She is from one of my favorite parts in Canada, actually one of the only places in Canada I've actually been to, and I love this part of Canada. And I just heard myself before, but that's cool. That's how it goes sometimes. But I'm going to bring her in, the one, the only, the greatest, Kaylee Patterson.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm
excited. So happy to have you here. When I was trying to think of guests to have today, I was there's only one person I want today.
I love that. Oh, your intro was making me cheer up.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, for those that don't know, I met Kaylee when I got to the sequester community, and we became fast friends. And she's incredible, and she also was funny in that first game in a weird way, not in a bad way, but you got drunk and it was fun.
I don't remember anything.
It was great. It's one of my favorite drunk characters in sequester history. But I've seen you play now, I think 3 times. Sequester.
If you're counting, I played 5 times, but if you're counting the one we played together, then it would be 3 more times since then.
Right. So I saw you in 5:30, of course, and then Beach House, pool party. And then the All-Star game, which you did great in considering the circumstances were not the most fun ones for what was happening as a person, which is okay. And I think you navigated that incredibly well. Mm-hmm. You were the person to figure out that longest that there was an alliance.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But it was definitely. But
it is what it is.
Yeah, I think I'm happy. I'd be really happy just retiring now from it because I've been pretty busy, and I haven't had much time for really anything else in my life.
Yeah, Louis is watching right now, and he says very unfortunate, which is very, very true. And also, Brian wanted to point out that your mug is great, and this is very true. It's
really cute penguin mug.
It's so true. It just makes me so happy. Just watching you play and watching you be the awesome person that you are, it's the greatest thing ever.
That's honestly is so nice to hear because
and we're getting great feedback already, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I never really had the self-confidence necessary to put myself out there and really be unapologetically myself because people didn't really like that. So I tended to just shut down. But especially recently, I've started to love myself and put myself out there because, life is too short.
I understand that. It's a really sad thing that I remember there's been times in my life where I've been too concerned with what other people think about me. And it's a thing that I still deal with today. I'm almost 35 years old. My brain's how can I make people like me? I'm dealing with saying right now where someone is incredibly mad at me and I don't know how to fix it without going against what I believe in.
Right.
Like, it's that thing of like, if you're gonna put yourself out there, you put yourself out there and be the best version of yourself that you can be. And
of course. And I do think that people not liking you and things like that, it says more about them than it does about yourself. Which is definitely hard to rationalize because you're like, oh, should I change myself to be the person that they want me to be? But no.
if it's not who you are, then don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So do we want to do the video now or later?
As you wish, it's your show.
Actually, let's just talk about the song first off, because the song "Other Side," which is incredible, because Brian is correct. How are there people who still haven't streamed "Other Side" on Spotify?
It's true.
And it's an amazing song. We're gonna get started right now with the actual music video, which I'm hoping this works out well because I've never streamed the music video on here before on my Chrome, so we're gonna figure out how this works. Hopefully, this will all go good.
It will. I believe in you.
I believe myself sometimes too. Okay, there's that.
It's good.
You and I no longer, all I have are memories. Standing right here and I'm digging along to the other side of the whole damn world. You tell me that you like me, but I'm just too far away. Now it's your time to work. You ask me why the leaves keep falling, I don't say a thing. You know that things die when you need them the most. So I'm digging on to the other side of the whole damn world. You tell me that you love me, but I'm just too far away. Now's your time to work. You are too hard. Even if you come to me crying, asking me why everything's done, I look at you and say I'm empowered anyway. Standing right here and I'm digging on to the other side of the whole damn world. You tell me that you love me, but I'm just too far away. Now it's your time to work, to work, too hard, too hard, too hard. You tell me that you love me, but I'm just too far away. Now it's your time to work.
Oh, I love that song so much.
It's actually my mom's least favorite song of mine.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I recorded it first and produced it first. It was one of the first songs I wrote, so I wrote it when I was like 15 or 16.
Okay.
And I decided to produce it first because I was under the impression that it was her favorite one. And then after the fact, I realized that it was her least favorite one, and then she didn't like it a lot. So it was definitely a blow to my ego.
Well, it's a fantastic song, and so the chat agrees too. Louis Knowles says, love the song. Louis Knowles also says, here's a pop in the summer. Brian already knows all the lyrics by now. Jacob is just screaming the lyrics. And of course, like, this is one of my favorite things about the whole video. Of course, Lump is saying that, like, the paper craft vibes are just, they're just beautiful. Like, did you make this video like yourself?
I did not make it.
Really? Okay.
I didn't make it. I'm not good at technology or anything like that enough to make it.
Well, you're an amazing editor, so I wouldn't have put it past you. Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah, you're right. I probably could have if I felt like I had enough time and energy to. But I actually had like a branding and style guide made for me, which is basically what you have to do when you're a musician to make sure that your brand, like, it is clear and concise. And part of that guide was saying like textures like paper and like handwritten styles and whatnot. So actually I was on Fiverr, which is like God's gift to man.
It's an amazing thing. Yeah, I've definitely been on there myself.
Yeah, it's honestly great, and I found like a few people that would make lyric videos from there, and this was actually my third lyric video before finding something that I actually liked and was happy to present. But it's definitely like the whole stop motion idea and the paper. I loved it, and I couldn't have asked for anything better, to be honest.
I mean, my favorite part of the whole video, like, I love the whole video so much. Like, as you know, I've listened to the song a lot. But like, I just love watching the two fingers with the heart and then they separate. It's just so beautiful. And it's like, oh my God. Because it's like such a beautiful love song and so much sadness and happiness in the song at the same time. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's more like super like empowering and like coming like right off of like heartbreak and whatnot. I actually wrote it when I was still in a relationship.
You say you wrote this when you were 15?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was definitely 15, 16. And I was in a relationship for 2 years already, and it was super toxic, and I realized that it was toxic, and writing songs was a coping mechanism for me, like poetry or I don't know what people do as coping mechanisms, but that was what it was for me.
This is very true. I get very emotional very easily. But like, it's true also with Louis right here with the thing, like, it's like Taylor Swift, like, and also I have told you before that your music reminds me kind of like how Feist's music is, like your singing style, like the actual like kind of lightness, but like saying stuff that's important, you know. Like what's the plan with this song? I know that it came out on Friday and it's doing pretty okay, and it's gonna be doing better after today because the song's shit and everyone needs to listen to it. I'm looking at you in the camera right there.
The plan for it. That's a good question. I'm coming out with an EP end of September, so that's going to be 4 more songs. And basically, the first song was kind of like a test run to see if people actually cared, if I would be able to actually do anything with this. So it looks like, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. It's already at 3,000 streams, which
on Spotify already. Wow.
Yeah. Which I did not expect at all. Like, in no universe did I expect it to get there in 4 days.
That's incredible. Like, that's really amazing. Like, I mean, I assume you don't have like a massive record behind, like a record company behind you, and like the fact that this is like, I mean, I don't know. Like, in my mind, this is like very, very indie. 3,000 already? That's incredible.
Yeah, I definitely don't have like a label yet, but I have been in talks with people, like a few different companies of them wanting to sign me. And it's really just, I have been on that grind. I've been messaging radio stations like crazy, and like indie playlists, and I got onto one with like 90K like listens or followers. So that's where a lot of the listens come from too, from that playlist. So it's just a matter of like marketing it now, and Yeah, no, I'm super impressed that I got to 3,000 already.
I mean, if people want to help support this song, there's many, like, you can actually buy the song. You can listen to it on Spotify. The information in the description, it's the DistroKid website. It's going to have like 5 different ways. Like, I actually bought the song on Google, and I would have bought it on iTunes, but I don't have iTunes anymore because I lost. This is a really weird fact about this psychopath. I had an iPod until this pandemic.
Okay.
Like, as in, no one has an iPod, not an iPhone, an iPod.
Yeah. What kind of iPod? Like
iPod Touch.
Okay.
Like the thing was like 10 years old when it just died.
Does that still get like support?
It got support, but like, I mean, like, it was like done. Like, it just died after being used for so much. The battery just died. Okay. But like, I mean, I would have like had it downloaded to my iTunes that way, and then put it on my iPod and then walk around the city and I'd be like pop into it. Now I just pop to it on my phone because this guy is a Luddite in a weird way.
I love that.
Brian, that's a really good question though. Is there any way we can do to help too?
I mean, Brian's been doing so much already. He's been retweeting all my Twitter posts. I don't know. It's still in the early stages, but once it starts getting like more recognition, then radio stations are going to be like more okay with playing it. So right now it's just a matter of like getting its streams on Spotify. At least I think like it's the first time I've ever done this, so I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's a learning process.
They're making fun of me in the chat right now. Yes, not a boomer. I'm a millennial, actually. Like a real millennial. I'm a millennial. I'm 34.
Okay, yeah, I knew that.
That's like literally straight millennial. And Louis Grace. It's old school. It's cool. My dad, I don't care. I like who I am. I mean, in case you can't tell, I'm wearing a Boy Meets World shirt right now.
I love it.
And also, for those that care about like my stuff, Mark Meets World's gonna be returning in like beginning of August. That doesn't matter.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited too. Like it took it like this, as you know, this pandemic has killed me creatively, and like this is part of the way to get me back to feeling creative again. You know.
It's so weird how people have different responses to the pandemic. Like my reaction was to go full on creative, full on singing, writing songs.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of burned out.
I burnt out, like, because I played Blockbuster Guy, I did online 3 times, and like raised money for myself, the director, and the stage manager, and then some money for the theater I debuted at. And like then my body just burnt out, and then I found Sequester, and I'm like, okay, people that are also dealing with this shit together, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sequester has been like a guiding light for so many people. It's just, I would absolutely recommend if people are watching that haven't played, just sign up.
And we'll be talking more about Sequester probably soon in this episode, just a little bit more. But this is a really good question I really want to bring up.
Do I make EDM? No, I do not.
Well, I mean, a lot of people like EDM, and EDM is cool for some people. I like the fact that your music's kind of like electro uke.
Yeah, that's something that I really wanted to like incorporate, the ukulele, especially because that's kind of my brand.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to blend like pop with like orchestra and have my own like unique style that you don't really hear in the industry, because I feel like so much, especially the modern stuff, so much just sounds the same. And if you listen to like a Virgin Radio, or I don't know what kind of radio stations you guys have in the US, but if you listen to one of those like really poppy, like our radio things, you'll just hear so much of the same stuff. And that's why I didn't want, I don't know what a music collective is.
I don't know either. I hope Cordial lets us know what that is. But also Sparks puts in, Kaylee gives me Carly Rae Jepsen meets Trixie Mattel. I can see that. Again, like, I get strong Feist vibes from you. Mm-hmm. Strong, like that whole. It reminds me sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4 a little bit.
Okay.
And like her other great songs, but like it just, I'm like, oh yeah, I love this. Like,
yeah, I get a lot of people saying that I'm like a happier Lana Del Rey.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And like now I've heard 3 of her songs.
Yes.
Because I heard this one, I believe the one that'll be coming out next, and then the one that was like a very rough draft version. That is
Oh,
still good, I think.
no, I told my producer that I didn't like it at all, so he scrapped it.
Okay. And that's fair because you're allowed to control what you like and what you don't like. But
Yeah.
and talking about what you don't like and stuff, this question was asked to me on Twitter. Louis Knowles, Ray asks, I know he wants to know why Kaylee's reluctant to eat pineapple on pizza. Thank you so much. And I find it very funny that StreamYard wrote out the emoji of face with tears of joy. So yeah, let's talk about this because I personally, I very much like pizza with pineapple on
Oh.
it. It's not my favorite topping. My actual favorite topping is, of all things, black olives.
Okay, that's an okay topping.
Yeah.
Pineapple on pizza. Oh, I like that. Pineapple on pizza is, it's just not good. Why do I have to?
Okay. I mean, to me, it's like that nice sweet and salty mix. Like kind of like how people like to put like M&Ms in their popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But I think that's different because I can do like caramel popcorn with like salty popcorn, but when it comes to like blending sweet and just like I can't even eat salad with anything sweet inside just because I don't like the
sort of like
taste
summery
of,
salads, like with like
yeah,
apricot,
I can't do that.
apples.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't do that.
Oh, then you gotta like sometimes change things up. Like Louis likes raisinettes in his popcorn.
No.
Portugal likes ham in their with their. Oh, that's actually a really good combination there. If you do that, where you put the pizza with the ham and the pineapple, yeah, like, really good like flavor combination there.
Oh.
I'm a chubby dude. I know about good flavor combinations.
Yeah, I mean, I'm chubby too, and I don't like some of those. So
it's okay. It's okay. We all have our own thing,
I feel like I don't need to defend my position. There are so many people out there who don't like pineapple on pizza. I'm not like vehemently against it. I'll like,
Yeah.
I'll do it if it's the last thing that I need to eat. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat it.
Also, this is a response to what was happening earlier involving that. If you would like to make a collaboration, their music's very interesting and cool. Yeah.
Where is the link?
Maybe he DM'd you. I'm not sure, but
Maybe I'll figure it out.
Yeah. They can contact me and I can put you in touch if you need to. That's what matters most.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But yeah. So what else? What are you looking forward to coming up in this summer?
This summer, like music wise, or just
everything?
Well, I mean, there's not much to look forward to, like pandemic wise. My birthday. Well, no, I mean,
no, it was just the way you just used a sentence. There's not much to look forward to pandemic wise. I'm like, Jesus.
I mean, listen, I normally would have went to like a music festival in Montreal that happens on my birthday weekend, which is like August 3rd. But because that doesn't happen, I'm probably just gonna, I don't know, sing sad songs once midnight comes around, and I don't know.
I mean, my birthday's coming up too, so I'm probably gonna buy myself a samurai sword.
Oh, okay.
It's a weird thing of like I've always liked samurai culture, and I was like, I told my girlfriend, I was like, if this pandemic is still happening on my birthday, I'm buying myself a samurai sword.
Yeah, why not?
Because like I mean, I'm never gonna really use it, but like it'd be a fucking cool, have a fucking samurai sword in my room.
You never really use it. I hope you don't have to use it, unless.
I mean, I hope I don't have to use it either, but it'd be really cool to have a samurai sword.
My ultimate fear. This is probably super outlandish, but my fear is that the coronavirus victims will, in about like a few months' time, will end up like coming back to life, and then you might need a sword.
Okay. Vaguely hipster samurai here in Brooklyn.
Yes, I love that. Otherwise, like personally, I've just been doing like song stuff where I'm gonna have my next single come out end of August, beginning September. So that's definitely something to look forward
People
to.
in the chat are enjoying what I'm saying about King Samurai Swords.
No, I'm totally up for that. I will get one with you in solidarity.
Yes.
Although I don't know how much money that it is. Probably a lot.
Montreal is a badass place, and like one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my entire life. Like I spent a day there 2 years ago, and it was just like, and we spent our whole time in Old Montreal. I was just like, this is the most amazing place I've ever been in my entire life.
Really, Old Montreal is like, okay, maybe it's because I live here, but Old Montreal isn't like all that. Especially because they took out like the cobblestones now.
No,
Used to be all
they had the ones there. No,
yeah.
it hurts my soul.
It really sucked. But in the summer, it's really nice because we have like fireworks, and so many attractions. So yeah, no, I really like my city.
I need to visit again. I really loved it. Like
you do, and now you have a place to stay.
Yeah, and like if I have to drive up to, apparently someone's gonna get you a samurai sword.
That's my mom.
Hi, Kaylee's mom.
Hi, mom. Well, don't actually. But I mean,
please, let's all. We should all get samurai swords for the 5:30 sequester crew.
Definitely. I didn't know she was actually watching.
I mean, I know a couple of them are watching. I know Sparks is watching. I mean, I think Louis would be all about getting a samurai sword. Yeah, cool. So getting ready to wrap up because this is oh my god, I could talk to you like all day because you're the best.
Yeah, we really can.
But like, I hate the fact that I did actually really give myself a like mental limit for this show. Like every time I do this, I don't want this to be more than like 35 minutes.
Yeah, no, I get that because if you don't put a limit, you're just gonna end up talking forever. At least that's what happens to me.
And I can do that. That's a very real fact about the weirdo that I am, and that's okay. And I accept that. So we're gonna start wrapping things up. So for this, we're gonna just talk about how to follow Kaylee if you'd like.
Yep.
Yeah. So
do I need to
follow her at Kaylee Pats on Twitter and on Instagram. Kaylee. Her cat is walking around behind her. Her cat is so
both
cute.
Both of them, actually.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Yeah, and that was my thing. I will be premiering my music video, the one that we played today, probably. So on my YouTube, but you can just Google like YouTube my name and I'll come up. So
yeah, which is good. When is the next single going to come out?
It's already done. So it's just a matter of like when I want it's just a matter of when I want it to come out. Because I do want to let Other Side like have its time and not like rush into anything else. But I feel like early September would be my guess.
I can't wait to listen to it.
I love it. It's honestly much better than Other Side, and my mom definitely agrees. Like,
was that the second song that I heard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like a timeless classic. Maybe not.
They're both great songs. Like I said, I'm a big fan of all of your stuff so far.
Yay.
Yeah. If you guys want to follow me, you can do that at MarkLevy85. Like I said, you can subscribe to this page. We're going to have content here almost every day that I can. But this week is gonna be a little bit slower just because I want to like figure things out with the show and figure out what works. But on starting this Friday, which it'll be every Friday, is Brant Steele Day. What that means is, if you don't know what Brant Steele is, we're gonna be simulating a whole season of Survivor, Big Brother, or whatever. And if you want to be in that, just let me know. Tweet at me at MarkLevy85 that you want to be in, and also let me know what kind of season you want, and I will decide what kind of season it is. And we're going to do this every week until it gets boring, and then I change it up. But I think Fridays are a good thing for Brant Steele days, and I will narrate the whole game, and I'm pretty good at narrating Brant Steele's, I think. We've had a couple fun ones with our... Yeah, of course. We've had a lot of fun ones with our 5:30 cast, and it's really fun. We definitely need to get Sparks on here because he is the best. And also, your mom wrote that in the chat.
The next one is my favorite.
Okay.
It's probably mine too.
Yeah, I'm so thankful to have you here.
No, thank you for inviting me. This is like my first official interview, but I'm hoping it's one of many.
Good. I'm sure it will be because you're awesome. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mark Talk. I will see you guys Friday with our Brant Steele. Please let me know so that we can get you into the Brant Steele and see if you can win a fake season of Survivor, Big Brother, or the Hunger Games. I don't know. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.